today, family members, and boy oh boy, Super Sunday is upon us with two very important matches. One is definitely do or die for two teams. The other, maybe you can say that one team has a mathematical chance, the other would want to seal qualifying today. But before I get to the Super Sunday encounters, I would like to focus on the umpiring that happened in the game between Lucknow Super Giants and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now remember, yesterday the things were going around pretty smoothly until the 19th over when Avesh Khan was bowling. Avesh Khan bowled a genuinely waist high full toss and the umpire gave it a no ball. The on-field umpires gave it a no ball. But when Lucknow Super Giants decided to review it, the third umpire suddenly decided that it is not a no ball. Although technology just had said that it was going well over the waist. But after it was going well over the waist, it was dipping. So that is why the third umpire decided, okay, let us just ensure that it is not a no ball. So he signaled, so he overturned the on-field umpire's decision. What happened after that? There were nuts and bolts hurled at the LSG dugout. And fans chanted Kohli, Kohli, Kohli in front of the LSG dugout. Now, two things. By chanting Kohli, Kohli in front of the LSG dugout, the fans in Hyderabad unfortunately tarnished the great man's image, because if you are wanting to justify violent behavior, if you want to justify appalling behavior and call out an icon's name, then I'm sorry, the fans are really in the wrong for the behavior that they had. The fans' behavior is just one small problem that is there. There is a much more systemic problem in the IPL, and that is the umpiring. Third umpire Yashwant Burde had a horrible match yesterday. I mean, even in the final over, there was a high bouncer that the batsman tried to fend, but it was not signaled a wide. The third umpire once again said, you have to overturn the decision because it was dipping. One wide denied, one no ball denied. This also saw the Lucknow Super Giants social media handle troll the fans in Sunrisers Hyderabad, which said every ball can't be a wide or a no ball. Now, who is at fault here? Heinrich Klaassen, in the presentation ceremony, just in the mid innings that happened, sorry, not the presentation ceremony, during the mid innings, Heinrich Klaassen said the umpiring was disappointing. The fans' behavior was also very disappointing. So that is why he was fined 10% of his match fee. But why was he fined 10% of his match fee? Primarily because he spoke the truth. The rules state that you cannot say anything against the players, against the umpires, against the broadcasting. But if the truth is the truth, then so be it. Because in the past, you have seen even Virat Kohli go after the umpires in one game that RCB had against MI when Lasith Malinga had overstepped. But then at that point in time, technology wasn't there. Now technology is still there, but you still are making mistakes. That means technology is held hostage to unfortunate instances of misjudgment by humans. So even if you have the perfect technology, human misjudgment will still ensure that mistakes are made. So the LSG versus SRH game was marred with that umpiring controversy. And the umpiring controversy will continue because, let's be very honest about it, the standard of umpiring that's there in India is not up to the mark at all. It isn't up to the mark. Let us be very clear about it. There are some competent umpires, but they aren't elite umpires from India. So that's why it's a big problem that the BCCI is facing at this point in time, and one hopes that this does not result in greater problems, because Lucknow Super Giants will be feeling wherever they go, controversy seems to be following them. I mean, this May alone, you have seen a lot of controversial incidents involving Lucknow Super Giants and some of the players. I mean, you may all know the fight that LSG had with RCB, and many people in very poor taste. In very poor taste, the people are saying, oh, let us have a 5-game LSG versus RCB encounter. Why? The behavior that everybody demonstrated that day on May 1st, especially Virat Kohli, especially Gautam Gambhir, it was appalling, and it's not cricket. Let us be very, very honest about it. Whatever happened on May 1st, cricket is not blood sport. Cricket is a gentleman's sport. Whatever happened that day was shocking. Whatever happened that day was disgusting. It should not have happened. It's not cricket. Plain and simple as that. Now, because of this LSG versus SRH encounter, what has happened? LSG have now moved to fourth with 13 points. Now remember, prior to the weekend, there was a massive traffic jam that was there between number 3 to number 9. Now that is easing off slightly, but remember, even today, whatever happens today will actually crystallize who the top 4 is. Because for the teams that were below number 4, they needed 2 results. Mumbai Indians losing to Gujarat Titans and SRH beating Lucknow Super Giants. Then and only then today's encounters would have been actually much more interesting. But unfortunately, Mumbai Indians won against Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giants won against Sunrisers Hyderabad, meaning that the top 4 have actually managed to ensure that they have a little bit of breathing space from numbers 6, 7 and 8. Now, yesterday, Punjab Kings won against Delhi Capitals. So that means Delhi Capitals are the first team. Mathematically also, they cannot make it to the top 4. Anyway, practically, they were only hanging in by a thread. Yesterday's loss, it showed even mathematically now they cannot qualify for the top 4. Now, today, RCB versus RR. RCB have 10 points from 11 games. They are going to play 3 games, out of which 2 are away. RR, on the other hand, they are going to play 2 games, one today at the Savai Mansingh Stadium against Royal Challengers Bangalore, and the other one is at Dharamshala against Punjab Kings. Now, the situation is dire for both teams. If RCB lose today, and if Lucknow win one more game or Mumbai win one more game, then they cannot qualify. Even mathematically, they cannot qualify. The same holds true for RR. If RR lose today, then their qualifying is done and dusted. Then they'll have to hope that Mumbai and LSG, that is the unfortunate game, because one of Mumbai or LSG are going to go higher regardless. So if RR lose today, their qualifying chances are over, because they will have to win both to ensure they get to 16. But even 16 is not guaranteed. Because remember, if GT are already on 16, if Chennai win, they get to 17. So in this way, if RR or RCB lose today, their top 4 hopes are all but over. So this is the situation. It's on a knife edge today. If either of RR or RCB lose today, their chances of qualifying for the top 4 are all but over, because RR will have only one more game, and that is against Punjab. RCB, on the other hand, they will have 2 more games after this. One against Sunrisers Hyderabad at Uppal. The second one at home will be against defending champions Gujarat Titans. So this is at stake here at the Savai Mansingh. If RR win, they stay in contention for the top 4, and RCB are all but out, because they will have to hope that RR lose very heavily to Punjab Kings, but Punjab Kings will also get to 14. So this is the problem. The rest of the teams needed Delhi Capitals to beat Punjab Kings, but Punjab Kings to beat Delhi Capitals, and they are going to play one more time. So Punjab, if they win both games, they can also get to 16. So it's a very, very complicated tussle for the 3rd and the 4th spot potentially. Because if Chennai win today, if Chennai beat Kolkata Knight Riders today, they will be the first team to qualify for the playoffs. And they will potentially seal top 2 also. Because only certain teams now can get to 16. They cannot get to 17. That 1 point advantage that they had is really going to help them in a big, big way. So if Chennai beat KKR today, they will seal qualification. If KKR beat Chennai, then they remain in the race mathematically. But remember, the one team that can potentially ensure everybody's chances are over is Lucknow Super Giants, because they take on KKR. MI will take on LSG in one game. So either of MI or LSG will make a jump up. LSG's last game is against KKR. So in that sense, it is going to be a very, very tight race until the middle of last week of the league stages. I don't think you are going to see your top four finalized, because at the end of the day, today Chennai could do it. GT, if they win their one more game, they are also going to ensure qualification. So potentially, if you're looking at the top two, it's GT and CSK. The race for that fourth spot will be intense, and RR and RCB will be hoping that they can do it today. Remember, if RR lose, their top four hopes are over. If RCB lose, they are also all but over, because RR can at best get to 14 if they lose, and 14 might not be enough at all, because Mumbai are already on 14, and one of Mumbai and LSG will definitely go up because they are playing each other on by the middle of next week. I don't remember the date on the top of my head, but that is the situation. So today, super Sunday, RR versus RCB, the first game, Savai Mansingh, if lots at stake. CSK versus KKR, Chepauk. Second last game for Chennai Super Kings. Potentially, if they win, they will potentially play the eliminator or the qualifier at Chepauk. After that, will we see the last of MS Dhoni? We don't know. So my gut instinct says that MS Dhoni might play 2024. But if he doesn't, and Chennai win the IPL this time, if they win, that is a big if, it's the ultimate fairy tale story then. So this is what is happening in the world of cricket. Now, from other sports, Manchester United have made a very good, they are almost on the cusp of making a return to the Champions League, because they defeated the Wolves and are now in the third spot in the Premier League. But remember, these are the last 2 weeks of the Premier League, and today Manchester City are going to play. So today they have a chance of ensuring that they can all but seal the title. And if Arsenal lose, then Manchester City have done it. So 2 more weeks of Premier League action to go. Already you've seen Napoli win the Serie A. You are going to see potentially Barcelona win the, you may say, the Spanish title. You will see them win the La Liga. Paris Saint-Germain all but won the Liga. In the Bundesliga, you're going to see a close tussle. Here, you can potentially see Manchester City win the Premier League, because they have managed to ensure that they have maintained momentum right till the very end. Arsenal, on the other hand, lost a bit of momentum. Now, in the ISSF Shooting World Cup, you've seen a record that has been held for 19 years. Rhythm Sangwan yesterday, she broke a 19-year-old qualifying record. She shot 595 points, which is the world record for qualifying. But when it came to the main ISSF World Cup event, she unfortunately finished 8th. She couldn't get a medal. But kudos to Rhythm Sangwan at the age of 19. She already has a world record in her name in shooting. So kudos to the youngster. That record was made in 2004, when it was 10 years even before she was born. So a 29-year record was broken. 10 years before Rhythm Sangwan was born, that record was created. Now it's been broken. So kudos to her for winning. So join us for Super Sunday today. It is CSK versus KKR. That will be the night game. It is RCB versus RR, the day game. The game that might potentially decide your 4th or 3rd team. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.